Shavua Tov. Hello, everybody. I missed you all last week. I was in South Africa having a much-needed break and seeing my family. But I'm back this week in the searing heat and humidity to bring you all those top stories making headlines on the Israel Brief. Brought to you as always by Lay of the Land and hosted by yours truly, Rolene Marks. So without further ado, let's take a look at those top stories, and we begin with news that the IDF arrested 3 Hamas members during a raid into Jenin today. Now, this is the first time in 2 months since the IDF has entered Jenin and arrested the trio believed to be responsible for carrying out or planning some shooting attacks and bomb attacks. One of the trio is believed to be responsible for firing rockets towards Israeli settlements and towns. Now, in July, the IDF embarked on an intensive 2-day counter-terror operation in Jenin to root out terror cells. Jenin has been a hotbed of incitement and also the staging place of terror attacks, and at least several of the terrorists who have carried out attacks during the course of the last year have come from Jenin. Over 150 people have been injured in heavy clashes over the weekend between rival Eritrean gangs in South Tel Aviv and Israeli police who tried to keep the peace. Now, Magen David Adom on Saturday night appealed for Israelis to donate blood, and at least one hospital official said that he couldn't remember a medical event on this scale in recent history. Police were also injured. One policewoman has severe injuries to her head. Now, why are Eritrean gangs or Eritreans clashing with each other? And just as a note, Israel is not the only country where this is happening. The Swedish media also reporting clashes in the capital, Stockholm, as well. So what happened to precipitate these events is that the Eritrean embassy hosted an event on Saturday to celebrate 30 years of independence. Now, many Eritreans believe that this was a kind of giving support or lauding the dictator of Eritrea, Afwerki, or the leader of Eritrea, rather, Afwerki, who many see as a dictator. Now, earlier today, Justice Minister Yariv Levin and National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir are believed to have said that the Eritreans should be deported to the northern suburbs of Tel Aviv, which are traditionally home to wealthier Israelis who lean more to the left politically. Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister, convened his cabinet yesterday and said he is weighing up options to deport some of the Eritreans. Now, this is not the first time that we've seen these major clashes happening, and we sincerely hope that it will stop soon. The Arabic news daily Al Akbar is reporting that Libya's Prime Minister Abdul Hamid Dbeibeh is alleged to have met with the head of Mossad, David Barnea, in Amman, Jordan. Now, these talks, as you can well believe, would be secret talks. And it's quite interesting that this news is breaking because last week there was a major diplomatic issue when news broke that Israel's Foreign Minister Eli Cohen had met his Libyan counterpart for discussions in Rome. The foreign minister was subsequently fired and she has fled to Turkey for her safety. Now, it is believed that Jordan and the United States possibly brokered these alleged talks between Barnea and Dbeibeh in Amman in Jordan, and as part of possible normalization efforts. Now, last week, the Prime Minister of Libya said there is absolutely no way that Libya will be recognizing or normalizing relations with Israel. And finally, September marks a year since the brutal death of Mahsa Amini, a young Kurdish woman who was in Iran who was arrested for allegedly not wearing her hijab correctly. She is believed to have been tortured and subsequently died in Iranian custody. Now, to mark a year since this event and to support the women of Iran, there will be a solidarity campaign called #IsraelisLoveIranians. What you can do to show your support is post a picture of yourself to social media with the hashtag #IsraelisLoveIranians. And hey, you don't even have to be Israeli to do this, but this is showing our solidarity with the people of Iran as they protest against a brutal regime. Now, just to coincide with this, we want to show our support for Mahsa Amini. We want to show the women of Iran that they have not been forgotten. So that brings me to the end of today's edition of the Israel Brief. My brain is a bit rusty. It's waiting to come out of holiday mode and back into work mode. But in the meantime, don't forget to check out our website at www.layoftheland.online, our Facebook page at Lottle Site. Join our growing community there. Our YouTube channel is at the Israel Brief. Click on that red subscribe button, and we're on Twitter at Lay of the Land 5. I'm Raleen Marks, still a little bit on holiday mode, but I'll be back with you again tomorrow for your headlines.